Hello again. This is in addition to the three-part video I made. First off, I want to apologize for the video quality and for the choppy editing. I'm still trying to get a hang of this thing. And I apologize for the sound. I don't know, something's wrong with my mic. But I want to tell you, well, I want to throw in my 2 cents concerning something I caught a little glimpse of this morning. And what I've been hearing on the radio mostly during the day when I was doing my chores. Senator Reid was on the podium talking to the press. I think it was on the Fox News channel. I rarely yell at the TV when a politician is up there. Well, sometimes I do, but this guy didn't even say one sentence before I started yelling at the TV. And he just said one thing, saying that this bill, this health care bill that is being debated in the Senate right now, is going to save lives. If I was able to, if I lived in a cartoon, I would have been so tempted to reach through the screen, up through his microphone, and give him a sharp smack on the back of the head. But that, even thinking that, would not do any good. Not do anybody good. And I doubt even doing that would knock any sense into the guy's head. Him saying that this bill is going to save lives is like saying that you're going to wipe out a whole village in Cambodia in order to save a few dollars on shipping rice. It's an exaggeration. I understand that, a very dark exaggeration. But there's a kernel of truth to it. I'm not going to repeat anything that I said in the previous 3 videos. All I want right now is for everyone to continue to talk to your senators, just setting not phone numbers, forgive me, I can't talk right now, phone calls, letters, but talk to your senator, not to some other senator in some other state, because you'll be ignored. Don't send emails because they've been deleting them for a long time anyway. Just keep hammering them. Tell them no, and give them reasons for it. I'm sure that the assistants in their offices will, if they have an inkling of any kind of intelligence in their head, they would take notes and make sure that the senator actually sees some of them. This bill is starting to scare me for reasons that I've stated in previous videos, but also for this additional reason that I'm afraid that if this bill goes through, that there will be a bunch of support bills that will become law afterwards, giving further powers to other agencies, using this bill as a spearhead and as a reason. One thing, I wouldn't say it's a bill, I pray it's not a bill now, but one thing I'm afraid of, that with this threat of heavy fines and jail time if someone doesn't buy into this insurance, that they will also use that as a tool against parents who choose not to buy the insurance because they do not want this insurance for their children, specifically for me and my wife, children with special needs. This is the scenario that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that if this bill was to become the law of the land, and that it's going to be the force of the gun to make you buy this insurance, my wife and I are not going to buy it if it becomes law. And I'm afraid that action alone would be, in the future, very near future, I think, would be enough of a reason for them to act against us. Since we're already labeled as kooks because we're chasing the biomedical therapy for autism rather than the pure chemical therapy that the state doctors are pushing on us. I call them state doctors because they are in the back pocket of the big pharmaceutical companies, and they value their licenses more than they do their patients. I call them state doctors for that reason. I'm afraid that state doctors will, just for the simple fact that we're not going their chemical route and going a biomedical route, that we are not treating our children as they deem proper. And that would be another reason to label us as child abusers or as kooks, that we're endangering our children for that reason. I'm afraid that they would come up with new rules and laws that would give greater power to the Child Protective Services, that if we are not on this insurance, if that we're not allowing their doctors to dictate to us how we are going to take care of our children, especially our children with autism, that they are going to see that as a form of child abuse, and they are going to sick the CPS on us to throw their bureaucrats all over us and try to gather up albeit a trumped up case against us, and which would eventually lead to them taking our children away from us. I'm afraid for this. This is one scenario. It's logical. I've seen this happen back in my hometown, where the abuse of power that the CPS has foisted upon many single dads and single moms over there, over just mere allegations, guilty until proven innocent. In their zeal, they have abandoned logic. And when you abandon logic and only follow pure zeal, that's when problems will arise. That is what I'm afraid is going to happen with the passage of this bill, and what I would logically conclude is that supporting bills will be written, giving extra powers to extra agencies to act as the strong arm to force parents to get into this abomination. I know it's becoming a cliche, but it is true. I don't care if it's a cliche word by now, and some people are tired of it. I don't care. Look at the kernel of truth of the word. This is an abomination. That's a word play with a lot of truth in it. It's not snide word trickery. It is the truth. With that, I'm going to go have some lunch. See you soon.